As part of a larger project to clean up our driveway, I'd like to get our kids' bikes up off the ground and mount them onto a chain link fence that's at the edge of the driveway. This is so we could rake leaves and clean up the driveway without having to shuttle the bikes around. I couldn't find a good tutorial on how to do this, so kind of made it up as I went. You see here I'm cutting some lengths of aluminum bar. These are about 6 inches length. And you'll see that I'm making 4 of these backings for the hook. In the end, it turns out that I only needed 2, so it did a little bit of extra work. The general idea here is that the hooks I bought will have screws that attach them to these aluminum backings on the other side of the fence. You'll see towards the end. After cutting the bars, I got out the file and cleaned up the edges so they wouldn't have any sharp burrs. Then I used some pencil lead to mark where the holes should go. Once those holes are marked, I use the center punch. And then I brought those bars over to the drill press to drill some clearance holes for the screws that went through. I think in this case I used number 8 screws, so these are clearance holes for number 8. When I'm using the drill press, I'm always careful to control the metal shavings because I often walk around the shop barefoot, so I try to get every piece of metal that I can. I've had metal splinters before. They're not any fun. Once that's ready, I put some thread locker into the nuts, put the screws through the aluminum, and then say a little prayer that I don't drop the nut on the other side of the fence. Then I'd have to walk around to the other side. The concept here is pretty simple though. You have the hook on one side, you have the aluminum backing bar on the other side, and 2 screws to hold it together. Like I mentioned originally, I was going to put 2 hooks, but it turns out for these bikes it was just easier to do a single hook at an angle that seems to hold them perfectly well. In full disclosure, I think these hooks were a little bit shallow. These have about a 5-inch mouth on them. I've ordered some larger hooks that have about a 7-inch mouth, and I think those will work better. But overall, this worked well. Got the bikes up off the driveway and gives the kids access to them when they want them. Hope that helps someone else. Thanks for watching.